Um, Hello? So I tried this earlier and it didn't work because it didn't record screen. Um, I hope this screen recorder doesn't ruin my footage. If it does, if anybody actually watches this, please tell me in the comments. Um, so yeah, you notice I haven't uploaded in a while because I was being stupid. I didn't figure out that my screen editing software was working. I don't know. So yeah. I tried this earlier, so I'm going to restart the game. This is my second playthrough of RainWorld. I do recommend. It is not free. I also have the Downpour expansion. It's very, very difficult, so it takes about 10 hours to get used to it. I'm gonna let the intro run real quick. Okay, good. So, yeah, this game takes about 10 hours to get used to, but it's so difficult. But then it's a blast, and the controls are weird because they don't have any mouse controls. So it takes about an hour to get used to those. But once you get used to all of the stuff, it's very fun. There is a pixel art game, but it's also procedurally animated, and it's very fun. So yeah, I will not be going down into drainage system, which is another region that's currently outskirts. Drainage region is the bottom left of the game of outskirts, and I will not be going there because it is a nightmare. I went there on my first playthrough and got absolutely massacred. Like, I mean, with absolutely massacred, I mean, I had to look at a tutorial on how to get past that part because it was such a nightmare. So yeah, I'll be going up in the middle to industrial complex, which looks kind of similar to this region. Yeah. I'm gonna try to make a series out of me beating RainWorld with the Ascension ending with, if you do not want spoilers, just skip ahead like maybe a minute or so. Okay? I will only be giving minor spoilers. So basically the gist of it is there's a sea under the world that's filled with void soot, which is highly acidic, and you can go into it and ascend yourself. But you can't get through until you meet 5 pebbles, which I will not be spoiling who he is. Yeah, but he does give you extra karma, and then the guardians let you pass, which you'll see what I mean later on, likely. In like, if I do this series in like maybe 3 or 4 episodes. So yeah. You see in the bottom left there's karma. If I go into map view, so the karma, then the dots are how much time I have, and then the dots around the circle of the karma is how much time I had, and And without next and without going off to the side or how much food I have, anything past the line is stored for the next round. So yeah, I like we're gonna try to make my episodes around 15 minutes long. Here you can pick up stuff and throw it. I know my way around this region very well, so it shouldn't take too long for me to get past this region here. But as I said, this game is insanely difficult for a beginner. So yeah, this is currently my second playthrough. And I was also currently playing through Gourmand, which, if you don't know, is a downpour expansion guy, and he's very fat, which gives him many abilities, such as falling on enemies actually does damage, which can be quite powerful. He also has the strongest spear throw, and he can, by sacrificing food, he can summon a random object. That guy over there was a lizard, like a green lizard, to be more precise. They cannot climb. Poles, which makes them quite easy to avoid, but they're also insanely tanky. So yeah, these guys here are called bat flies. But they aren't the most nutritious, and they aren't that easy to catch, but they're quite plentiful here. And they're easy enough to catch here. So yeah, I'll go back over to where I was gonna sleep. So yeah, so only like this episode will likely only take around 19 or 20 minutes. Yeah, I hope this does not ruin my video quality, because this game actually has amazing graphics. Considering that's a pixel art game, it's insanely beautiful. Like, this has to be up on the top 10 of the most beautiful games probably ever made. Now this region here is quite grey, but there are some beautiful regions. There's also no dialogue, not a single word is ever said. Good. Now this over here is my karma level. You'll see why it's important in a second, and I ate that karma flower earlier, which is that weird golden flower. And that gives me an extra round, so if I die I don't lose it. But generally if I die I lose it. And yeah. Okay, it's not the longest cycle ever, but this will do. You can see it over the top side. So yeah, interesting is many critics actually reviewed this quite poorly, but if you look at Steam reviews, the Steam reviews are overwhelmingly positive as far as I know. Okay, here, a pink lizard. Pink lizards are a lot weaker than green lizards, but they can climb poles and they're a lot faster as well. They're also less aggressive. What you didn't see is green lizards tend to fight a lot amongst themselves. Pink lizards still fight, but they don't do it as much. Pink lizards can also hear you, and they have to actually have a line of sight, as well as if you like go up in a hole where they can't get out, they won't hunt you because they care about their own survival more than food, for example. Oh, no, I fell. Oh, this is bad. We're gonna try to pipe juke this guy. It says, like, if we piped it. Juke them. Oh, I should have gone up earlier. You can still go on time. Yeah. No, if you go through and I go through the other way, you won't see me in the pipe, which is interesting. Oh, but they didn't. It's the past time I'm gonna jump down. You see, if you see particles around their head, it means they likely hear me. Now that purple glow, I don't know why it's actually there. It's somewhat weird. Right here. So what you'll see is in a second is here I'm going up to the Karma gate. This is the route I recommend you take because here Industrial Complex is a lot easier to get through than drainage system. And you can see here my Karma is I have a high enough Karma so the Karma gate lets me through. This is not my save my game, so if I don't sleep in a shelter before I go through, I will go back to my last shelter and also lose a Karma, or in this case, a ring around my Karma. But yeah, yeah. Now if this looks very ugly, what I'll do is I'll, yeah, you can probably spear that one. To get food out of them. They only last for one cycle, but they do give you infinite food. They're called popcorn plants. I do have one complaint with this game though, and this will be honest, it's not a gameplay complaint, but I find there's too many large creatures like lizards, and too few creatures that are like the size of the slug cat here, which that means that not enough smaller creatures, like or mid-sized. There's quite a few smaller creatures, a few mid-sized, and quite a lot large, which I wish they were more smaller ones. So yeah, my only complaint with the game. It can sometimes be a bit difficult when getting into it. It takes about 10 hours to get used to it for it to like feel somewhat doable. For the first 10 hours are kind of very difficult, and then after that it's normal, and controls can also take a while to get used to. But otherwise this game is like the best quality game I've ever played. Like it has an amazing game. It has a perfect gameplay loop, in my opinion. The whole surviving the rain, which you haven't seen yet, but rain comes at the end of the cycle. The first time, oh god, pick a blue lizard, blue lizard, blue lizard. Blue lizard, very bad. Now blue lizards are special. They can climb on walls, but they can get killed only with just one spear. Oh, but they also have a short tongue with. Uh-oh. Okay, this pipe trickle, pipe trickle. Go, 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 go. Another thing, this game is quite unfair. The game does not care about you. You're also not really that special in the game as like a character. Like you're just a creature trying to survive. Let's see if I can get this thing to sit away from the entrance. Okay, this weird pink lizard. There's one weird pink lizard. I've never seen one does not react to being hit with a spear. Now, in this physics based, sometimes the lizards will get stuck and do weird things. And lizards aren't the only creatures in the game, but they are the main predator you'll encounter by your experience. You didn't see me. Up here. I know over there is a shelter, but I'm gonna try to go up here to get some food. Oh, that's a vulture. You see that flying thing in the corner? That's a vulture. Like, as good as everything is scared of them. If you hit them in the face correctly, you can get their mask. And if you put it on, you can scare away almost any creature for a short amount of time, because they're just so scared of them. Also, just so you know, a lot of the creatures in this game are partially bioengineered from the beings that used to build this, but that built all this here. but they're not entirely so many. Like Basilica likely was once a creature designed for something like this, but likely isn't, and but has evolved since then. I'm pretty sure not all of them are bioengineered. I think there was only a small amount for some of them. So yeah, I think I will end this episode here. Yeah, it's a dream. Now what I like about these dreams is it kind of shows the emotion. You see in its shadow, kind of looks like he doesn't trust it, but the rest of the eyes, that's like, it might mean that he doesn't fully trust this guy. So yeah, I'll end it here, and I'll likely make another episode later today or tomorrow. So yeah, definitely recommend RainWorld. It's an amazing indie game. It is a bit on the pricey side at $20 with another, I think like $11 for DLC. But combined with like 9 slug cats each that play in this world, but it's all different, in like different time periods. Sometimes you'll see special creatures. There's a massive variety of creatures that like all are scared of each other, hunt each other. You're just part of the ecosystem, which is it's really an amazing game. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. If the quality is really bad, please comment and I'll try to get a better screen recorder. So, bye!